Welcome to the round 7 where I played fellow streamer Alexandra Prado, woman candidate master from Bolivia. And let's see how it went. I started with d4, knight on f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7 and e4. I kinda knew that she was playing King's Indian defense, but it's a little bit complicated for me to play against it, so that's why I did not play as good as I expected. So castle, bishop e2, knight on a6. Here I have bishop on f4, but there's other options like castle, bishop e3, rook e1, but I had bishop on f4 and I played this, and she played e5. Here I was thinking to take. I don't know why I did not do this. Probably I was kind of scared of this variation. Queen d1 takes and bishop a5, and I was scared that she was getting some compensation because my king would be in the center, so that's why I did not go for that. And I played bishop on e3 and she played queen e7, strong move. I had some options here, either d takes e5 or play d5 or bishop g5, and I took with d pawn on e5. And she took and I played a3. Here she gets a slightly better position because, well, she can play c6, rook d1, knight c5, idea of knight on e6 and knight d4, and my pieces are a bit stuck and I can't play as good King's Indian as it's supposed to be for white. Knight g4, bishop g5, f6, bishop d2, and c6. Well, here would be great if I would manage to play queen c1 and then idle h3 and trap the knight, but unfortunately she would have knight on c5 and then knight on b3 would be hanging, so that's why I could not do this. And after c6 I just castled here, and she played rook d8 and b4. I think it was too early to play b4. I think it would be much better to play queen c2 in order to play rook a d1 and then b4 probably, so it would not allow black to play bishop h6. But I played a b4 and I kind of missed bishop h6, which was pretty good move for black to simply trade these dark squared bishops. Queen c2 and bishop e6. Well, after bishop e6 it shows that I should have played bishop e1, but bishop e1 is really engine move. Well, it avoids 20 dark squared bishops, but still it would be a little bit hard to find this move, and I played natural move c5. Well, rook d1 would be also a great idea, just simply to protect bishop, and then maybe idea of bishop e1. And I played here c5. The idea of c5 was to threaten knight on a6 and then play h3, and if she would take on d2, then I would take and play knight c4. And she played knight c7 and h3. Still, it shows that I should have played bishop e1, which is really hard to see, to be honest. But rook f1 would be better, but I felt like h3 would be a good move here, simply just to try these dark squared bishops, and then play knight c4. Well, idea here is to play knight d6, idea of rook d1, knight on a5, but actually I was doing my best, but here I could not really do great, because there's nothing for me to improve. Rook d1, king g7, knight on a5, and knight e8. Well, it would be better if she would just simply take and maybe then play knight d8, but probably she didn't want to make her rook trapped on a8, but still I can't improve here. So she played knight on e8. I took, well, instead of taking on e8, would be better to play maybe move a4, which I was really thinking, and I think I should have tried this a4 idea of b5. I think I should have done this instead of trading all of these pieces, but I really did not see any proper continuation because b5 is not hanging here. She can take on c5, and well, yeah, I don't really know why I did not do this. It would be much better try, because after rook d8 she gets like really equal position, but still I don't think a4 and b5 would give me anything because b5 is not hanging. And here after queen c7 I just simply took on d8. Even a4 it will not work because she would just simply trade this rook, so I think at first I should not have traded by myself, but well, I did not see anything better here, and I played knight d1. Actually it gave her better position, like I think she should have played b6, and I was going here to play knight c4, and if c5 I was just simply going to trade. So she would get better because she would manage to develop her pieces, but she played queen d7 and knight on e3, knight c7 and a4. Well, now I try to play b5, but now I don't have any rooks left, so I really can't do anything here. queen d4 and b5. Well, here, like, if I would have rook on b1 and a1, this would be the perfect position for me. But unfortunately, as I had rook on a1 and d1, I could not manage to transfer my knight to e3. So that's why it is drawish here. a4, queen d4, and b5. Here I blundered. Actually, I did not see that queen on a1 was hanging. Taking queen on a1, and after queen d1, like, just simply take, and I'm losing pawn. And thankfully Alexandra did not see it, so she played queen on a1, and then she took and played b6. Well, it's kind of normal if she could not see this, because she had time trouble, and it's normal to miss this kind of moves, especially after a really long fight. Yes, she played queen on a1, queen d1, she took, I took, she played b6, I took, and then play knight c4 and offered her a draw, because here is absolutely nothing. Like, either she should take on knight b5 and I take, and it's drawish. It's literally a draw because there's nothing both sides can do, or she should have taken bishop c4 and I would just take it. But it's nothing, it's still a draw, so she accepted it. Well, I actually expected that I would play better, but she played really great moves that I could not really start dynamic play or attacking. So maybe it was about some opening issues I should fix, or just some positional play in King's Idiot. We will find out that. So, but anyway, I'm still happy with this result. She's really strong player. If you liked this recap, make sure to give thumbs up and subscribe my YouTube channel.